Yo, what's up? Bringing you that MLB 16 this show. Here are the results from our slowest available players draft. If you didn't see that video, go check it out. But once again, our team is Chris Young, Jordy Mercer, Matt Holliday, Nick Swisher, Wilson Ramos, Mark Canha, Steven Drew, Wilmer Flores. On the bench, we have Chris Stewart, Colin Moran, Chase Utley, Jordani Valdespin, and Jared Parker. Our bullpen, Carter Capps, Nate Jones, Al Albuquerque, Dale Thayer, Will Smith, Jim Johnson, and Jonathan Papelbon. In a rotation is Zach Greinke, Bronson Arroyo, Brandon Morrow, Carlos Frias, and Roberto Hernandez. So let's hop into the first game and see how we do with this slowest available players team. So our first opponent has Ben Revere, Anthony Rizzo, Carlos Gonzalez, Jonathan Villar, Joe Meyer, David Wright, Brandon Phillips, and Michael Saunders. That is a nice looking team. So in the top of the first inning, runners on the corners for Swisher, a grounder to the second baseman, the flip, and that is going to be a double play. So we had a chance right there with one out, and we ground into a double play. Now we're going to the top of the third inning, and Stewart, he's going to come up with a base hit. That's going to go to right field. Good hit right there. And a great way to start off the inning for us. I think we bunted him over to advance the runner. And then Mercer's going to come up. He's going to deliver with a base hit. That's going to go into the outfield. And Stewart is going to come around to score. So in the third inning, we're going to take a 1-0 lead. Still in the inning, the runner at first, Matt Holliday up to bat. And he's going to get a good hit. That's going to get past the second baseman. And the right fielder misses it. So we're advancing our runners. That's going to be a double, I guess, for Holliday, and the other runner, Mercer, advances to third. Now with runners on second and third, we have Wilson Ramos up to bat, and that ball's going to go up the middle. Mercer comes in to score, and we're also going to send Holliday, and he comes in to score, making it a 3-0 game. Runners on first and second now for Steven Drew, and Drew gets a beautiful hit into the gap deep right center field to the warning track. 2 runs are going to come around to score. Drew is going to advance to third for a triple, but we're also going to send him home. I tried to catch him off guard, and it didn't work out, so it's just going to end up in a pickle, and we are going to get tagged out right here. Kind of glitched right there, and he just teleported to me. But Jonathan Papelbon coming in for the third inning to close this game out, and that is exactly what he's gonna do. So a foul hit ball right there. That's the third out. Steven Drew's the player of the game. He went 2 for 2. He had 2 RBIs. So we scored 5 runs in our first game with this team. Pretty happy about that. On to the next game. They have Justin Turner, Eaton, Cargo, Encarnacion, Vado, Diaz, Blackman, and Blair. So another pretty good team. I see Cargo a lot in this run, but in the top of the second inning, he's gonna get a monster hit right here in Griffith Stadium, where I play my home games. That is in deep left field, and if that's anyone but Matt Holliday, that's gonna be a catch. We would have caught that ball if it was anyone else, if we had a faster player, but that's a big hit right there. 2 outs in the inning, and he's gonna get another huge shot, this time in right field, and that is gonna go to the warning track. Another double, and he is going to take the lead, going up 1-0. So 2 big shots in the inning, and that's going to give him the lead. Now to the third inning we go. Didn't have any great opportunities so far. He's going to get another big hit, this time in center field. We're just giving up way too many bombs right now, and that is going to be another double in this game. So the pitching has not been on point so far, giving up some big hits. That runner is now at third base, and he's going to line one into right field. That's going to be another run, and he's going to go up 2-0 in this game. Not looking good for us, but now we're going to go to the bottom of the third inning. We had a runner on first. The slider, I don't know how we missed that one. I felt like I was on top of that, but we are going to come up with a loss, losing 2-0. Blair, the player of the game, his pitcher. It happens, man. But now on to the next game. My opponent has Nunes, Cano, Trout, Cargo, Valencia, Mauer, Craig, and Clint Robinson. Santana on the mound, so he's a pretty decent pitcher on the mound. But this game, going to extra innings. Nothing going on through 3. And in extra innings, he gets a big shot into right field off the wall. And that's going to be a big double in the bottom of the 4th inning. So we got to do our best to get out of this inning. With that runner at second, Smith is going to come up with a big strike at the check swing, getting out of that inning. Now to the top of the 5th inning, Steven Drew up the bat, and he is going to go deep with the shot. A home run from Steven Drew, giving us a 1-0 lead. Now we're bringing in our diamond, Jonathan Papelbon. He's going to get 1 strikeout. Next batter up, getting the 2nd strikeout. And then Papelbon, he is gonna do it nice for us, striking out the side in the 5th inning. That was huge, and he is gonna get the player of the game for his inning of work. But that's what you expect from a diamond closer. So we do end up getting our 2-win reward in Michael McHenry. Nothing special right there. Next win reward would be Chris Medlin at 6. But our next opponent has Villar, Seager, Batista, Valencia, Konerko, Scoop, Jimenez, Vance Worley, and Danny Santana. So not that great of a team. But in the top of the 1st inning, we have Chris Young up to bat. And Young is gonna go deep with the solo shot. A big one right there to start off the game. And now we're going to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Papelbon into pitch. This is a big shot right here into left field to the wall. And a big throw right here from Matt Holliday. And we're going to get him out at 2nd. That is a game changer right there. If he got safe right there, who knows what would have happened. But with 1 out, Papelbon gets the strikeout. And then with 2 outs in the inning, I don't know what he was doing. He decided to bunt. He had 2 strikes on him. And we'll take that. We'll take that easy win right there. And Roberto Hernandez is the player of the game. He was our starting pitcher. But not a bad performance. And Papelbon, a little scared right there, but he came up with the win. So now on to our next opponent. They got Crawford, Odor, Tulo, Abreu, Trumbo, Bruce, Frazier, Gomez. A lot of power hitters right here. A lot of power. But in the bottom of the 2nd inning, he's up to bat. And this is ripped into left field. It's going to go to the wall. And that is going to be a double. I believe that was Trumbo who hit that one. So not the fastest player right there, but that's a big hit nonetheless. Now with that runner at 2nd base. And he's going to hit one past our first baseman. And this is where we kind of make a mistake. Hit it right to right field to Swisher. I didn't think he was going to run home with Trumbo. And that's exactly what he did. So he caught me off guard. And he's going to go up 1-0. In the 3rd inning, we had runners on 2nd. A runner on 2nd. And Mercer delivers with a big base hit up the middle. With 2 outs in the inning, that was huge. But now in the bottom of the 3rd inning, trying to get aggressive with Crawford, I believe. And we end up picking him off, throwing him out at 2nd. To the top of the 5th inning we go, an extra inning game. We're going to hit a grounder, and this is where we make a base running mistake. I was waiting for him to throw, and my player retrieved the 2nd. The delay run right there, big mistake. But now Chris Young up, and he is going to bomb one into left field, and that is going to be a home run. So a big shot from Chris Young once again. Later in the inning, we managed to get bases loaded, and Drew gets a good hit on this one into deep center field to the warning track, but it's going to get caught. So now to the bottom of the 6th inning, Papelbon into pitch. He's going to get the high fastball strikeout. 2nd batter up, another strikeout with the changeup low. And you know how this is going to go. Papelbon striking out the side. So far as a diamond closer, he has delivered for us, but he is going to be the player of the game with his 3 strikeouts in relief, closing out the game once again. But our next opponent, they have Springer, Reggie Stocker, Cano, Story, Jones, Napoli, Ramos, Cuthbert, and Giolito on the mound. So in the top of the 1st inning, with a runner on 1st, he is going to get a huge hit down the 3rd baseline to the warning track. And that's the dangers of playing at Griffith Stadium. A hit like that is so deadly. That's an easy triple right there. He's going to come up with a run and go up 1-0. In the bottom of the 1st inning, though, we have Holiday up to bat. He's going to get a nice hit. This one's going to go into right center field. A nice hit to the warning track. But Holiday, he's not a fast player. Anyone else, that might have been a triple. So that might be the effect of picking the slowest players. Later in the inning, though, we have bases loaded for Canna, and he's going to pop one up into center field. There was 2 outs in the inning, and he is going to catch that one. But now we're going to the bottom of the 3rd inning, still down 1-0 in this game. We draw a big walk right here, and now Wilson Ramos up to bat, and Ramos is going to send this one for the walk-off home run. A big shot right there. So clutch, and we're going to come up with the big victory. 2-1. Ramos deservingly the player of the game. But now on to our next opponent. He has Gong, Worth, Belt, Turner, Batista, Lucroy, Travis, Nunez, and Kohler on the mound. On to the top of the 3rd inning. A scoreless game so far. We had Brunson Arroyo on the mound. The first time we get him. We never got Zach Greinke so far, but a big shot right here. This is going to be a double, and this is one of the mistakes that we make we keep our starters in too long. I mean, it's only 3 innings, but in this mode, they get tired quicker. So that runner advanced to third, and he's going to pop one up into right field. We had a terrible run on this one, and we tried to, get the running start to get the throw. It didn't work out that way, so he manages to pick up a run, and then in the bottom of the 3rd inning, Young up the bat, and that's going to be a grounder to the shortstop. We are out. Gung is the player of the game, and that ends our run. So we managed to go 5-2. We were a win away from winning 6, but at that point, I don't know if I want to win because I knew I wasn't going to get the 12, and I didn't really want to see what the 12-win reward was, but still, I'm not sure how to rate this run. I don't feel like it was a bad one, even though 5 wins is really not that much. In this pack, we didn't get anything good. But with this team, we didn't really have a lot of good hitters. You saw the team. We hit home runs with Chris Young, Steven Drew, Wilson Ramos. I mean, they're not big names right there that can carry you through a battle royale. We didn't have those kind of players that can easily, get us easy hits, get us easy runs. So as far as hitting goes, I feel like I did okay hitting. The pitching, I mean, you guys already know I'm not a good player. I'm not a good pitcher. I make a lot of mistakes here and there. So 5 wins, even though to you it might be shit. I mean, I'm not saying I'm happy with 5 wins, but with this team, I think 5 wins was okay. And a lot of the games, we were down early. We made a lot of comebacks. I think 2 or 3 of the games, we made comebacks and got the win. So that was big in itself. But once again, these are the results from the slowest available players draft. I think for the next one, we'll do the fastest available players just to compare and see the difference. But thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'm out.